It's a really cool light. It's got the ability to put out 1,000 lumens self-contained just like this. And what's cool about that is the fact that you don't actually have to have an external battery pack to run this thing. On high, this thing will run for 90 minutes. And honestly, that's probably more than enough for most rides that you're gonna be doing at night. If you run this in medium, it'll actually give you 180 minutes, which is double the time than the high mode. And the high mode is gonna be 1,000 lumens, whereas the medium mode is going to be 500 lumens. This is a waterproof design, so if you are going to be riding in the rain or the snow, you're covered. It's good for a depth of 1 meter. Pretty cool. So far, I've used this thing a few times now, and I really like it, actually. It's the battery life is on par so far. I've done some hour-long rides on high. The weight of this guy is actually only 121 grams, so it's not necessarily super heavy. When I did have it on my helmet, I did notice it a little bit, but it's not as bad as some of the bigger lights that I've used in the past. Something that's kind of cool about this is they have something called the infinite power assist. So you can actually plug into the USB with a external battery pack, and it'll continue to run the entire time and charge it with 150 lumens. So that's gonna be okay if you're doing a daylight ride where you just want this kind of as a safety measure, but 150 lumens really isn't going to cut it for nighttime. So what's really cool is that this does come with a GoPro mount, and I think that's really cool. So if you already have the sticky piece on your helmet where you can slide in your GoPro, you just slide this in with the mount and it's good to go. I really like that. I think that's really cool. It's a great idea. It does come with this right out of the box, which is like the handlebar mount, and it's super easy to switch this over. Literally, you just unscrew this, pull this off, and it gives you the little internal mount, and then you just slide on the other piece, put the screw back in, and you're done. There is a couple modes on this thing to where you have a race mode and a standard mode. The race mode is, it'll allow you to toggle between the high and the medium setting, whereas if you just go in the normal mode, you have the high, the medium, the low, and what they call the safe pulse. And that's where it's, if you're doing like a road ride where you need that just constant like attention on you to someone doesn't hit you, basically. This does have a fast charge for when you're actually charging it up, and so far it seems like it's pretty quick. I haven't actually measured how long it takes to charge from completely dead. I guess that's something I should look into, but so far I really like this light. Here's some sample footage right here. Okay, so Light in Motion says that the charge time on this thing is 150 minutes, and that's not bad. That's a little more than 2 hours to charge up for something that's going to last as much as 360 minutes on low. And at 360 minutes, you're still getting 250 lumens. So if it came down to it, you're still getting home. Something to note with this particular light is this is going to be great for a head-mounted light. And the reason for that is it's a very spotlight. It's not going to be the flood that you want on your handlebars. It's the spot one where you can look around and it's just going to really pinpoint for you. Another real cool feature about this thing is that on the sides, they actually have little lights on the sides. So that way, if you have cross traffic or someone coming from your side on the trail, they can actually still see the red on the sides, and it's on both sides, which is really nice. There is also a battery life indicator on the back. Currently we are orange, which I'm guessing is, medium to low. I have seen it go green and red. So red would probably be almost basically gonna die. Green is good to go. You're almost at a full charge. To charge this thing, you literally just pop this thing down right here. Ow. It's a tight seal because of the waterproofing. It does take a micro USB. And honestly, I do wish that a lot of these would get swapped over to USB-C, just because of the fact that it's a much better connector and they do charge a lot faster. I do need to note that Light in Motion did actually send me this light for review. So I'm not being paid anything to talk about this light. They mainly just sent it out so I could check it out and review it. Having a really bright light, if you're gonna be doing mountain biking at night, is very important. You really don't want to go out with anything really less than 1,000 lumens, in my opinion. if you're going to be actually going at trail speed. You know, I've set KOMs on downhill at night using a 1200 and 1000 lumen light. You can go full speed at that point, and it's really nice. So I really wouldn't recommend going anything less than 1000 lumens, but you know, that's just me. That's just my opinion.